Hello, my name is Trust Fund Hippie, and today we are going to be reviewing the newest film from divisive director Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder, American director. He got famous. He made his name off the adaptations of Dawn of the Dead. Well, Dawn of the Dead was an adaptation, uh, but it was a remake of the classic George Romero horror film. It's a pretty great film, and this can kind of double as my thoughts on Zack Snyder. He then went on to do 300, which really put his name on the map. 300 was one of the most iconic films of the last 20 years, I'd say. Uh, and then he went on to do Watchmen after that. And while also 300 it's a good movie, but it's just kind of not my thing. Uh, Watchmen, the ultimate cut of it is fantastic. I love the ultimate cut with or without Black Freighter. I don't really care, but the theatrical cut just can't do it. And then he went on to, I think Sucker Punch was an original story, but Sucker Punch, which is a trash film, you can watch it as just complete nonsense, and you can watch it as that, and you can enjoy it. But to me, you cannot enjoy Sucker Punch as a serious film. Uh, and then he went on to do Man of Steel, which I thought was pretty great as a sci-fi film. And then he did Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, which is the film we're reviewing today. Well, the ultimate cut, along with the theatrical cut, I guess. Uh, and then right now, he's producing Wonder Woman and shooting Justice League. I think Wonder Woman is already done filming. I don't know. Uh, so he's directing Justice League. No idea what he's gonna do next. Anyways, Batman v Superman, the sequel, follow up, whatever you want to call it, to 2013's Man of Steel. Man of Steel, like I said, I thought was a fine sci-fi film. As a Superman film, I don't think it really hit the mark. Basically, I don't know how long that fight scene is. That's just humongous fight scene. I will never know how one directed that. Uh, so Batman v Superman, I went into this film in the theaters opening night, just hoping that we'd get a superhero film, and we got a superhero film, and it was glorious, except for the pacing issues and the plot holes and just the overall feeling of incompleteness of the film. And I still thought it was pretty good. I mean, I funny story about me when I went to go see Batman v Superman. I was with a friend, and I there we weren't gonna get anything to eat, but as I was walking away from the concession stand, this was a Regal theater, and they had like TVs, and there was a thing they had where they said if you buy this T-shirt, this Batman v Superman T-shirt, we'll give you a free bucket of popcorn. And I was like, literally, why not? Even if the film's trash, the logo is nice, and so I bought the T-shirt and I gave the bucket of popcorn to a family. Literally, why not? I don't know why I'm not wearing that T-shirt right now. That would have been nice. Anyways, I I saw the film and I liked it. It was a nice film. I saw it the next day with some more friends in this more local, smaller theater because they wanted people to go with them, and I thought it was a fine. I thought, like my opinion didn't really change. It was just a fine film, and you kind of just had to fill in the plot holes with your mind, which I don't like doing it. But then the news came of an extended cut of the film, and this is what we're reviewing today. The extended cut is I'm going to start the review right now. Pros: extreme improvement. Plot holes finished. Inconsistencies done. Uh, the pacing issues done. It elevates the film from a 2.5-hour mess to a 3-hour epic of a film. And I dare say it works as a film and a superhero movie. I don't think it's a masterpiece, but I do think that it just as a film it works. It just mm. and just I don't know really how to describe it. It just works for me. More pros, Batfleck. They didn't really add much more stuff to Batfleck in this version, besides adding a little more blood to his scenes to make it rated R, as the first rated R DC film. But it's Batfleck might be my favorite live action Batman. He is too perfect for this Batman. Henry Cavill, right? I enjoy his performance as Superman and his Clark Kent actually getting to report in this cut of the film is a joy to watch. Lois Lane, Amy Adams as Lois Lane is great. I she's not it's not an amazing performance, but it's a great performance. Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor is a divisive. I can't use that word enough to describe this film or Zack Snyder's entire career, but it, it. I like it. It's not the Lex Luthor from the comics, but I mean Lex Luthor from the Richard Donner films and the Christopher Reeves films, whichever one you want to refer to them as. He was not the Lex Luthor from the comics that we know. He was a real estate person, I think. I could totally be wrong. Any more pros that I can think of? The cinematography. The cinematography of this film is just spot on for what they're trying to do. It just hits all the right notes. The fight scenes, the dramatic conversation scenes, the scenes of the characters just alone. They they capture the spirit of that character that is currently going through whatever they're going through, or whatever theme they're trying to convey to the audience. It just, Zack Snyder, you have come so far since the, what I'd say, overindulgence of slow motion and extremely contrasting colors in what I would say Sucker Punch days. Just the slow motion, that was horrible. But you get what I'm saying. Zack Snyder has come a long way, and I feel like we should celebrate him for that. Cons. Everyone knows Doomsday is in this movie. It was in the trailer that Doomsday was in this movie. The fight wears on with Doomsday. They don't really add anything for the Ultimate Edition, but that's just a complaint I have. But right as it starts to wear down, the climax of the fight happens, and it is glorious. It hits you in the heart. Just it gets you emotionally. Any other cons I have? No, another pro. Improves the ending. It improves the ending tenfold. God. Yeah, that's my dog coming in. Gosh, this film blew me away. The ultimate cut. I mean, I don't like doing scores. I really don't like it. And I decided that if I ever did YouTube, I wasn't gonna do scores. But I'm going to split you into 4 groups. 1, if you liked this film when you saw it in the theater, you will like it. If you didn't like this film when you saw it in the theater, hey, you're a dog. If you did not like this, that was kind of rude. If you did not like this film when you saw it in the theater, but it was because of plot holes or inconsistencies, not because of the overall tone, I mean, I think this cut of it could change your mind. If you didn't like this because of the tone or the way the characters were portrayed, sorry, you will not like it at all. And then if you have not seen it, the theatrical cut, go with this. Pretend the theatrical cut does not exist, and you'll have a good time. Spoilers. 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 There is nothing left for non-spoilers. Yeah. Go. This is mostly just theories, but I feel like getting done with Dark Knight Returns and Superman, the death of Superman, this early on in the DC timeline for the cinematic universe definitely speaks volumes. I think looking back, we'll see it as a really great move. I mean, this had more impact than the death of Superman. The Ultimate Cut did, because Death of Superman in the '90s was just. I know it's a landmark moment in comics that Superman finally died, but it was used as a marketing gimmick. Be honest, and it just the way they handled him coming back was just for me it was stupid. So getting that done with this early in the timeline is, to me, is a great move. And then I think that the Superman we've seen up until now is not the real Superman. This Superman is just sophomoric, and he doesn't really understand what he's here for, even though his father gives him all these. His father gives him all these speeches. I think that in those last moments when Superman was impaling himself on Doomsday's like spike thing on his hand, he knew what it was to be Superman, and he realized he had to do this. And it's beautiful. It really is beautiful. Kudos to you. Yeah. Are there any more spoilers? We had the Justice League stuff. I don't mind it. I don't really mind the Justice League stuff. Uh, I could do with or without it. I don't care. If that really gets to you that badly, I don't see, like, everyone knew they were going to be in here. I don't know why anyone's complaining. I know what they're complaining, but I just everyone knew why they were going. Everyone knew it. So, anyways, that was the video. That was a poorly made video of me rambling about a film, and I heavily enjoyed it. Yeah, I just I really liked this movie. It I sound like I haven't seen like 10 movies in my life, but I just it hit every note for me that I wanted to hit. The Ultimate Edition it did. So yeah, thanks. See you.